hay for the goats. I'm switching them back to alfalfa. They haven't had it in over a year. I've had them on coastal, but a lot of them are lactating or pregnant right now, and I just think they're gonna do a lot better off of this. The coastal they've been getting is only 6%, so I think they'll do a lot better off this. Moving a couple bales under here. I was gifted with this carport for the hay. We still gotta put the tarps up and everything, but we're waiting for a day that it's not so windy. Silly guy. Hey, Havoc. He is just the sweetest guy ever because he's a bottle baby. He's on up top of here, like I don't need to get in here and get that hay. It's a little goatie. Hi, Ivy. Hi. There's Havoc. Waddles. Winnie. And Darla. Dixie. There's the emus. Waddles. Okay, so Sadie, this will be her third freshening, and right now she's about 4 months pregnant because it's the end of March. She's due on April 9th. She's kind of chunky, but she is not huge at all. If you feel her, she does have a little bit of an udder going on. It's a little hard to see, but she does have the cutest little udders. Very hairy, but very cute. She doesn't like it being touched very much. She's always been a great mom. She's naturally pulled herself, which just means she has no horns. So all 3 of her babies, her first time she had a single, her second time she had twins, 3 of them came out with no horns. So she likes to throw that no horn gene around. But she's just wonderful. I'm very excited to see her kid. Each time I missed her birth, so this time I am determined not to miss it. She's due on a Wednesday, and I do have school on Wednesdays, so it's gonna be a challenge to make sure that I'm home. So hopefully she'll give birth like at night or something, or in the evening when I'm home. So Sadie's a caramel, which you can tell by the markings. There's like little triangles on her legs. Her base of the body is brown, and if you look under her belly, it's only about half black. She's got little eyebrows on her face, little black eyebrows. Unlike a Chamizet, which would have full black boots, a full black belly, and I feel like the facial markings would be a little bit more distinct. And she's very mad right now at Havoc. I don't know why. Daddy of these babies will be my silver buck. He's got blue eyes and waddles. He throws about half girls, half boys. Usually he throws a little bit more bucks, but I'll show him in a minute. He's very nice. Buck pen is down here. I have 4 bucks. This cute guy right here, that's Boba. He's the daddy. And there's Spike right there. There's my Pygora buck, Sully. And there's my little 7-month-old buck, David. He's a bit on the small side, and I'm not sure that my boys are letting him eat enough, so I'm gonna be getting him a buck apron, and he's gonna be living with the does until fall. So yeah, he was a bottle baby too, which could be the reason he's pretty small, but since he is only 7 months old, he has a lot of time to grow out. So I'm excited for him. And he's a very handsome boy. He's just not mature yet. Underneath his pattern, so he is a silver, but silver isn't actually a pattern, it's like a modifier. So his actual pattern is caramel Swiss combo, and I've bred him to enough does to be able to prove that. If you look close enough at his dark points and his light points on his body, he does resemble that combo. And he's a very, very sweet guy. And it's hard to see because he's so fluffy, but he does have waddles on his neck. And then Spike, he wants 11. He wants 11. He's just black and white. They're all very nice little guys. Hey. Hey. Boba. Hey. Hey, Boba. Hey, Spike. He's very hairy. But he's bred to 3 of my Nigerian does right now. Or it might be 4, I have to count. So he's definitely getting a chance to be a daddy. And Spike right here, he's bred to 3 of my does for July babies. And I give my does at least 7 or 8 months between all kiddings, usually more. I only breed them once a year, if that. I do not overbreed them. So I just like to make sure that they recover and I'm not overdoing it on them. And if you saw how they were fighting like that, it's pretty normal for bucks. They're just very ornery. Oh, and there's little David. This right here, this is Josie. She's about 3 years old now. She's kidded once before, and it was twins, a girl and boy. That was winter 22 or 23, if I'm not wrong. She had February babies, and she did amazing. So this will be her second kid, and I just think she'll do great. She's put on quite a bit of a belly, so hopefully we'll have 2 or 3 babies out of her. She's just chunky, and she's definitely bred. She's got a really tiny udder coming in, only 3 months along, because the due date's May 1st. And since she's in the camera too, here's her mother, Gouda. So Josie is Gouda's daughter. They look very similar, like mother and daughter alike. Gouda, she's around 6 years old now, and I know that she's kidded at least 3 times, but I do believe that she's kidded a lot more. She's due May 5th, and both of them are bred to that silver buck, Boba. And I can feel kids in both of them when I touch their bellies. I kind of have to do it for a minute, but I'm able to feel it. I know they're bred. But they both have little udders. You can see Gouda's a little bit more. Josie's never been milked, but Gouda is a good milker for the most part. Clementine, she's also due on May 1st. She did have babies once. It was triplets about 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I do have the dates, I just don't remember them off the top of my head. And unfortunately, at 3.5 months along, she miscarried triplet bucks. So we're giving her another shot. She's definitely pregnant. She's about 3.5 months along now, so she seems healthy, nothing wrong. So I'm just wishing the best for her, hoping that she'll have a healthy pregnancy this time. So it will be her first time raising babies. And I'm only thinking 1 or 2 for her this time. I mean, she is kind of big, but not like too big. And by the way, this is kind of normal for their cuts to be like this time of year. They're not terrible, but they're a little not so shiny. They have all the minerals they need. But she does have a tiny, tiny udder coming in. She's definitely bred. So we're just waiting on her too. Just like Josie, May 1st is the date. Find her. My only Pygordo, Sally. Her due date is May 9th, I believe. Here she is. To my knowledge, she only kidded once previously, and it was twins, a boy and girl. And she was actually bred around the same time as the Nigerians, but since she's a bigger goat, her due date, or her gestation, is 150 days instead of 145 days. So that's what I put in the calculator as, and it came out May 9th. She's kind of shy. I've had her for a little while, like 2 years now. She's kind of not having it. She's not terrible, but she's not in your pocket. So I'm really excited to her. She's bred to my Pygora male solely, the other big buck that looks just like her. They're around 100 pounds, maybe a little more. They're big fat goats. She doesn't have as much hair because I sheared her already, but yeah, she's huge, but she's always really fat, so I'm just guessing 2 for her. I have 3 more does that could possibly be due in July. Actually, 2 of them July 4th, and then I believe 1 of them July 8th. Nothing's confirmed yet, so I'm not going to get too excited yet, but I'll show them to you just in case they do end up bred. So here's Brownie right here. She's 3 years old, And she's really fat, but she's not pregnant. She's just built like that. That's what she looks like all the time. I know she's fatter than any other goat, but that's literally just her body type. No udder yet, no kid movement. And she went into heat. It was last month or the month before that I bred her. So I think I bred her in February maybe. But the due date would be July 8th for her. And no udder or anything. And one time she kidded, she had a single, and then another time she kidded, she had triplets. So if she does take, it'll probably be triplets again. And she looks like she could have triplets right now, but she's not pregnant. No signs of pregnancy besides just being fat. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but that's not a pregnant belly for her. Karen's kidded once with me and once before. She's also around 3 or 4 years old. When she kidded with me, it was just a boy and girl twin, and then the time previously it was twin boys. She's a wonderful mom, wonderful milker. She's kind of got small teats, but she's really good on the stand is what I'm meaning. And her due date would be 4th of July. She's also kind of fat, but that's not from being pregnant. And then here's Butterscotch. She always has triplets, literally every year without fail. She's on the older side. She's around 7 years old, 6, or I actually think she's about 8. I do have the dates down. I lose track because I have 25 pounds. She doesn't look pregnant. She is on the leaner side for a goat, but she also is up there in age. So we'll just have to wait and see if they're pregnant or not. It's kind of too early for me to tell without doing an ultrasound or without running blood. But usually I just let them run their course, and then at 3 or 4 months bred, I can usually tell if they're pregnant or not. Is all my pregnant goats. I gave you guys a little sneak peek on goat maintenance and whatnot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please follow along if you want to be able to see them give birth. I do plan on vlogging the birds, making lots of videos of the baby goats. So stay along for the journey if you'd like to see that. Hope you enjoyed.